Introduce yourself.
Alright, my name is David Vlovich. I'm the drummer for Meddle.
So you're the one they call Val.
Yeah, they call me Val. I'm not sure why or where they came up with that name, but that's what they call me. We all have nicknames. It's cool.
What are your favorite bands? What groups, artists have inspired you most?
Bands that have inspired me the most, gosh, there's so many, but of course, number one has to be, to me, I know this is going to sound lame, the Beatles. Sorry, that's just the way it is. They are the best band for me. But there's lots of other great bands, don't let that take away from anybody else. Metallica, Alice in Chains, and those are just like rock groups. Of course, there's, you know, Dave Matthews Band, or there's Pink Floyd, or Led Zeppelin, all the epic ones. Honestly, I'll take from just about any genre, if they have something to give me to take from.
Well, why music? What compels you?
I choose music because it's been the only thing that I've really seen as far as communication-wise, as far as emotion. Allows people to get out things that they couldn't normally say, because the English language kind of limits in that respect. And I've found that when trying to communicate music too, like if I'm trying to talk to somebody about a riff or something, they're not going to understand it because it's an entirely different language. So,
who or what has influenced your playing the most?
Probably a couple drummers at least that I can think off the top of my head. Danny Carey being one, and Carter Beauford for two. But basically, any drummer that can step outside the bounds and make something more than just a rock beat really inspires me. But it's really tough because drums is really easy. Really easy. Any monkey can play drums, honestly. But, you know, by the same token, it gives you a new way to challenge yourself, because now you have to take something that's so, you know, overused, such as like the snare or backbeat, and you have to make something new out of it, you know, and make it more interesting. And that's a challenge in of itself.
What other forms of media interest you? Any favorite dictators, films, television, directors? My bad.
Yes, indeed, you're bad.
What other forms of media interest you? Any favorite directors? Film, television programs, painters, video games, etc.
I hate movies, so I couldn't list like a lot of any recent ones. Older ones, you know, there's plenty of ones from like the 20th century that I like. Anything made in the 21st century is like, I hate Hollywood. That's my bias. But I do like a lot of the stuff that was done back in the old days. Like even if you look at like the silent films with like Buster Keaton and so on, go back and take a look at those. Those are amazing. I mean, simply amazing. With some of the talent and, you know, skill that they actually put into it, all the dedication. Other forms of media. For me, it's the internet. I mean, I do a lot of web stuff myself. I play a lot of games. I'm working on a MMORPG right now, and that's pretty fun. It's good times. It's a game from the 90s, so it has like absolutely no chance of making it commercially, but it's a lot of fun just trying to design games, and so video games really carry with me as far as a person. And I play a lot of games too. Just now I played with my brother a long strategy game that took about 8 hours, and we inverted our sleep schedules from it. But that's what I live for. That's what I do. Games. Good times.
Now, where do you see Meddle in the next 5 years?
I don't see Meddle in the next 5 years. I have no idea where we'll be. This is like... it's like the lottery. Playing music is like the lottery. You have no idea if people are going to like your stuff or not, and how far or wide it will spread. If it spreads, you might be big and rich and famous. If it doesn't, you might be eating off the streets. It's just a matter of which happens. And I hope not the latter. I'm going to shoot for the former. But, you know, worst comes to worst, I think we'll probably, hopefully, pray to God that we will be self-employed on music. That's where I hope we'll be. I don't see that for sure because I don't know what I see, but I don't like to shoot that far ahead in my life.
Describe your role in Meddle and describe your role in Meddle as you see it.
My role in Meddle is one part of Meddle. So as a band, we play together and we write the music and we make the music together, and it's a team. It's a team effort. You know, I haven't done a whole lot of writing for Tomorrow Now. However, I've contributed, and I hope to do writing in the future. But the bottom line is, you know, I'm there and I'm putting in my own part. So I'm doing the drums. I'm gonna do a lot of the drums, and the drums are gonna be my voice. And Bud, he plays guitar, so the guitar will be his voice. And Topher, well, he is the voice, but everyone has their own voice, so that's kind of how it works, and it's a team. It's not, you know. So my role in Meddle is just supporting the team and making it oneness.
What is your biggest pet peeve?
My biggest pet peeve is people who don't see that pet peeves are useless, and they don't see beyond the need to have a pet peeve. If you honestly have a pet peeve, you have too much spare time in your hands to worry about something that's inconsequential. Because that's what a pet peeve is something that's inconsequential that you really care about. So move on with your life. Next question.
If you couldn't be a musician, what would you be?
I would probably be a web designer. I would like to think I'd be a web designer. Chances are I'd probably be probably working back at FedEx pushing packages or something. I'm not sure. Something horrible, though. Awful, terrible. But, you know, the economy needs those people, so I do respect it, but I don't want to be there. I don't want to be the one.
Well, no, final question. Sum up your philosophy in life in only 3 words.
Understanding is key.
Very well said. Thank you for this interview, Val.
Yeah. It only quasi sucked, so that's alright.